Well, Dave, obviously it's pouring outside right now. Is there anything that you have heard, or how do you have to plan for a game in which there's so much unknown when it comes to the weather?
Well, we have a call in about 40 minutes with Major League Baseball, the Twins, and then hopefully we'll know a little bit more. As it stands now, guys would cancel batting practice. Guys are getting cranked up indoors, but like I said, we'll know more in about 40 minutes. But hopefully there's not too much of a delay.
You've got Justin Wrobleski starting today. When you think about just a player who has to pitch through, whether it's rain, other things like that, I mean, how has he prepared himself for these moments that can pose different challenges?
Justin's good in the sense that I don't think that circumstances, conditions affect him. He's a very focused ball player, and so once we have some clarity on what we're going to do, he'll be ready to go. And I don't think that any type of weather or conditions are going to affect him tonight.
Has Dalton gone through his testing today?
It's at 6 o'clock, but from what I hear, he said he's good to go. So that doesn't carry too much weight until I hear from the medical staff. But it is good to know that he said he's good to go. My hope is that he'll be available off the bench, in some capacity.
What about Tucker?
Tucker unavailable, so feeling better, but yeah, unavailable tonight.
He says he's pretty confident with the ILs. That's how you're feeling as well.
Yeah. I think most likely we'll probably stay away from him this series, and then, with hopes of getting him back in the lineup on Friday.
Any thought that, given the way things have gone for him, that he's already going to miss a few days anyway, that you just kind of give him the 10 days to just kind of decompress, mentally reset?
No, I haven't. I don't think we've thought about that, but I do think that the 4 days might be with the off day would be a middle to that, and so hopefully that he is taking advantage of this obviously to get right, but also kind of a mental reset. Hopefully the 4 days will suffice.
Do you think he can kind of return to swinging or some baseball activity tomorrow, even though he's down, or do you want him to continue to rest?
That's a fair question. I think that just sort of depends on how he's feeling, coming out of today. If he can swing the bat, ideally he would swing the bat tomorrow and do some type of activity to go into the off day. But if he doesn't, then we'll have probably a tougher decision on Friday.
Wrobleski, do you think, is he worthy of some kind of all-star consideration, given how, statistically he's kind of right there? I know you guys have a couple other pitchers that probably factor into that. It might not be a spot for him, but...
Yeah, he's certainly worthy of all-star consideration. I think he was, I forgot what year it was, where Tony Gonsolin made the all-star team, was in a similar boat. Obviously you got Shohei, Yamamoto, I'm not sure else we got, and obviously with what Robo's done. And I don't know how the National League as far as pitchers, but as far as kind of the numbers, he's right in the mix. So I don't fortunately have any say in the voting, but I hope he does get some consideration.
Muncy's been a production player for years. These are his best numbers probably since 21. What is different about him? What is he able to get back to now that he was able to use at 21?
I think this is the best version of a hitter we've seen. I feel very confident in that. He's hit more homers, but I think in total, the player, the defense, the hitting, the slugging, I think this is the best version of Max. I'm so happy that he's leading the All-Star voting, but he's made a concerted effort to be better, a more well-rounded ball player.
You say earlier in the season he's finally do things with the swing that he wasn't able to do since the elbow hit in 21. Is there anything you've seen from that? Is there anything mentally that you've seen different from him maybe than over the last couple of years?
I think that's some of it, the elbow, some of it. I also think there's also a mindset part of it that he's bought into, giving up some slug, some swing and miss to be a better hitter. I think he's in the best shape he's been in quite some time. So, I think there's a lot of components.
Surprised at how well he's been moving on defense.
Not at all. No, I'm not.
Did you know the athlete was in there?
Yes, he can still dunk, which is crazy. He can dunk a basketball. He is a very good athlete.
Have you ever played with him?
Have not. I'm taking him at his word. But
Has
yeah,
anyone seen this?
he's no. Again, I'm taking him at his word. He is a very good athlete, and I'm not surprised. And he's worked real hard at it.
Is there like a mental clarity you've seen out of him in the last couple of years, where like he's not like necessarily looking over his shoulder anymore and stuff like that?
I've seen some of that, but I've also seen just a mature ball player. Some of the things that he used to worry about and spike aren't doing that anymore. So his head is just much more consistent.
What time does that bottle get open?
Hopefully in a little over 3 hours, but I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be open tonight.
I know your first order of business, right? It's going to be to pour out a glass and send it upstairs to the press box.
That's right, Dylan. Take care of you. That supersedes winning a baseball game. Yeah, make sure you have your wine. Thanks, guys. Yeah.